Hey, it's Terry. Who do we have on the line?
Hi, Terry. My name is Buddy Blaze. I'm a subscriber to your YouTube channel.
And it's Buds? Or Buds?
Budry Blaze. Yeah.
Budry. Okay, that right? Budry Blaze. Okay. I hear a little accent in you, my friend.
Yeah, I'm Haitian. I'm originally from Haiti.
Yes.
Yes.
Well, thank you, man. I appreciate you subscribing to my channel, man. How did you find me?
Well, I wanted to start a real estate business,
Yes.
And I started searching for mentors on YouTube, and I didn't know which way to go, and if I wanted to rehab, wholesale, and your video came up on my feed, so and I started watching them. That's how I found you.
How many of my videos have you watched so far?
Well, I subscribed yesterday.
Okay.
And since yesterday, I've been watching all of them. And I'm a truck driver. That's all I did today on the truck is listen to your videos. And I got so excited, and I'm like, I gotta give Terry a call to see but
See if he's the real deal, huh?
Yeah.
Hey, it's funny, man. Now you're hooked. It's like alcohol or a drug. Although I don't want to use that as a reference, but you're hooked now. We got to get you in the rehab, man, because you'll sit there and watch them videos. They'll entertain you, they'll educate you, and you'll watch those things. But see, you did something very smart. People sometimes ride down the road listening to music. You listen to something that can educate you and improve your life and put a little money in your pocket. And that's what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to just listen, and learn, from everything I've got going on. So, hey, man, I appreciate it, Busby. I'm glad you gave me a call. That's why I put my phone number out there so I can talk personally with people. I had, 3 days ago, I had a guy from Vietnam who's only been here 3 years. We did a video just like we're doing right now. Okay. I had another guy, he's 64, and he just moved in with his dad, and he sold his house. He's got 150 grand, and he wants to make sure he doesn't, lose that 150 grand. He called me 2 days ago. Then I had another guy call me this morning. We didn't get to talk too much about his situation, but I kind of gave him, man, how my life is. Matter of fact, he's kind of down because of COVID. And he wanted to do notes a long time ago, never did it. And I told him, I said, look, man, I got 2 foreclosures on my credit report. And I had some tough times in real estate. But I didn't quit. And then I told him about my other student who was a military veteran. He made $300,000. But before that, he was homeless for a year. He had to separate from his family. See, so this is why I like to talk to people. Man, this ain't about just buying some course and just doing real estate. This is about life, man. This is like real life. What happens? Hey, what happens, Terry, when this stuff is not working? And how do I, and we talked about his children. And I tell him, but the reason I am the person I am today is because my daughter was ready for college and I couldn't pay for it now. And at that point, that next day, I said, to hell with everything, man. I'm going to go all out. I'm going to go hard. I'm going to go 100%, all real estate every day until my life changes. If you didn't talk to me about real estate, I didn't want to talk to you.
Well, I'll tell you, I got to tell you, I've been wanting to start real estate like 4 years ago. I just didn't know how to.
Yep.
And every time I search, it's like wholesaling. And there's so much competition out here in wholesaling, and it's hard to, get a property under contract and, do all that stuff. So, I've been, out in 2 houses. My whole plan, I just finished paying one off last year, and I got a HELOC on it. My whole plan was to leverage those 2 houses to start my rehab business. And after I got that HELOC, I started searching how I can leverage these 2 houses to start a rehab business. By searching YouTube, that's how I came across your videos, and
Man,
That's
it's
what happened.
amazing. It's amazing. I don't even know how YouTube does it, but people tell me all kinds of things and how my video popped up. I'm like, wow.
Yeah.
So, I'm glad it did. And, the funny thing of it is there is a lot of people out there. There's a lot of competition. But what made you pick up the phone and call me out of all those people, man? What got your attention?
Man, I feel like you genuine, like you're like a real person,
Yeah.
The way you come across in your videos is not, fake. that's the vibe I get from you.
No fakeness here, man. This is the real
No
deal.
fakeness, and you're a real deal. Yeah.
Yeah. Was you surprised I answered the phone?
I was surprised you answered the phone.
Hey, man, it's funny. It is really weird, but I'm okay with it. You put your phone number out there, even you have to put your phone number out there to let people know you're in business. But when people call you from that, when you first started real estate, you're surprised. You're wondering why in the heck people call you. But they call you because they see something in you. Imagine if I had an answering machine, you might have left a message, you might not. But the power of me answering the phone and talking to you personally one-on-one, man, that does wonders. And that's the kind of person you want, man. You want the person that's going to be your mentor. Whenever you got an issue and you get stuck, you need help, man, you need a phone number. I used to tell people all the time, the most important thing you ever going to get from me is my phone number. Because once I teach you, when you go out here and you start, doing things, you're going to run into challenges.
Yes.
And it's like if you bought a book, the book ain't going to give you the answer that you need. You're going to be looking through all those pages. By that time, the deal's gone. Right? If you bought a course, you're going to be looking for it. If you're on the internet, you're YouTubing, that one question that you ask, it ain't out there because you are original. You're different. Now, there may be other people that have went through the same situation, but, man, ain't nothing like calling your mentor. Hey, look, I need some help, man. You join a lot of programs that say, hey, look, we'll meet on the phone once a month. And there's 150 people on the phone, and you got a question about a deal, man. It's like, hey, you know what? I need to get this question answered because I got a deal. I can't be waiting on 150 people. They ain't said nothing. I want to make some money, and I need help right now. And then they hang up the phone, and you didn't get a chance to answer your question.
Yeah.
All right, so with that being said, we done got all the small stuff out of the way. How can I help you?
I'm looking for your knowledge, man. I want you to be my mentor.
All right. That's what I need. Now, here's the thing. I just tell people, man, if you serious, I know you serious, but I'm going to have a little fun with you in the process. Just send me your credit card numbers. Let me process that for anything that I want, and then we good to go. All right. Hey, now, on a serious note, though, we're going to talk about money after I hang up on this recording. But
yes.
I want to ask you some questions. Why do you need to do real estate? Who is depending on you? And why did you pick real estate? Why? Why do you need real estate? Do you have a job right now? Do you have a business? Tell me about yourself.
Yeah. Right now, I'm a truck driver.
Truck driver.
I work truck driving, yes.
Mm-hmm.
Local truck driving. I work between 60 to 65 hours a week.
Hold on now. Hold on. You sound like my friend, my nephew Fee. My nephew Fee was the young man from Vietnam. He said he works 60 hours a week. So you do 60 plus?
Yeah. Yeah, 60 to 65.
Now, do you make good money, and are you happy driving a truck, putting in that many hours?
Well, I live in Florida, and I make between 80 to 90,000. That's decent money in Florida.
Okay.
Yeah.
So are you happy? And is this something you want to do for the rest of your life, or?
No, that's not what I want to do for the rest of my life.
Mm-hmm.
I want to do real estate for the rest of my life.
There you go, man. That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, I just don't know how to get in.
Right, right. Hey, I was just like you, man. I didn't know how to get in. And there was a guy that I went to high school with, man. We lived in the same neighborhood. That dude showed me some checks. And I was like, wow. And then he had a big old house in a gated community. And I went, wow. I said, how did you do this? How did you get this house? And he told me, he says, I bought the house from a builder that went bankrupt. And I'm like, man, this dude is smart. I said, say it again. He said, I bought the house that I live in, this big, beautiful house in gated community. I bought it from a builder that went bankrupt. I said, man, you got to teach me, man. You got to teach me. And he said that he knocks on doors of homeowners in foreclosure. That's what I did. That's what I did day in and day out. I just knocked on the doors of people in foreclosure. Came to a house, there was nobody there. Called my coach. I said, hey, look, the same guy with this big house in the gated community that I went to school with, that I grew up in the same neighborhood with, that showed me all the checks. I said, hey, man, ain't nobody here. He said, go downtown, find out where they send in the tax records. Go knock on that door. I go knock on the door. Hey, it's John here. John just passed away. I said, oh, man, sorry to hear that. I said, you got a couple of houses here. What are you going to do with them? So I'm going to give them back to the bank. I don't want them. John was the real estate guy. I don't care nothing about real estate. All I want to do is spend time with my grandkids. Busby, she was a don't want her. She didn't want the houses. So I said, I'd like to have them. She says, you can have them. Just make up the back payments. $8,000 was what she was behind. I borrowed that money from my dad. Now, I could have flipped that property, but see, I'm not a flipper. I'm not a wholesaler. I try to make as much money as I can on every single deal. I kept that property. Now, that was in 1999. I made $640 the first month I rented that property. I still own it to the day. I'm getting $2,100 a month. I've got them paid off. I don't owe no banks no money, and it's worth $400,000. I'm going to give that property to my daughters when I pass away, some generational wealth. Busby, look, one thing my coach told me, I did it, and it's paid me hundreds of thousands of dollars, and it's worth hundreds of thousands of dollars. I'm going to give it to my girls, and they're going to be hundreds of thousands of dollars in their net worth. That's the power of real estate, man. I don't know why everybody ain't doing it. That's a beautiful way to make a living.
Yes.
And then I got all my time free. I mean, hey, I just get my check once a month.
Yeah.
So I'm not selling that, man. That's gold. That's king.
Yeah.
And so that's what a good mentor's going to do, man. I've been through a lot, and I can help you. I got 330 videos up there on YouTube. Students of what I've been doing for the last 40 years. I've been teaching people since 2001. I've developed 2 mobile apps. I got my own technology that you're going to use to teach you how to, be a successful real estate investor. You actually can buy houses in there, and the game will tell you, hey, you're making a mistake. Don't do that. Redo the math. You ain't going to make no money. Better to make mistakes in the game than in real life. So I'm going to teach you personally, support you. I'm going to coach you, mentor you, train you. And then when you're out in the field, you got questions, I'm going to support you 100% there. I'm going to give you the technology so you can go in and practice what I teach you, and you're ready for the real world. All right. So do you have any kids? Do you have any children?
Yeah. I have a 4-year-old and a newborn.
4-year-old. Okay. All right. So before you know it, gonna be ready for college. So you go need some money. Now you said you picked up 2 houses, man. That's pretty good. What?
Yeah, I think that was my whole plan. Like I wanted to pay off both of them to start a rehab business, and I just finished paying one of them, and the other one I only have $30K left on it. So that was my whole plan, to pay off those 2 houses and to leverage them and just start a rehab business. Yeah,
now here I'm gonna talk you out of that, man. I'm gonna talk you out of that. Cause see
I think you have already.
Yeah, man. Yeah, you know. Hey, I don't owe no banks no money.
Get the job.
No, I don't owe no banks no money on my real estate, man. Cause the reason why, I lost 2 houses to foreclosure, And the bank took my houses, man. I'm like, you know what? I don't never want that to happen again. So I got to own them free and clear. But that cash flow that you're making, that's what you want, man. You want $80,000, $90,000, okay, coming in from your rental properties to replace your truck job. And then you can work on making however much you want. You know, whether that's $1 million a year, $5 million, $20 million, I don't care what your millions are. Then you can make enough money to where you're building a lot of wealth. But man, them cash flowing properties, that is gold. And hold on to them long enough, they're gonna be worth $1 million. And you got two of them, man, that's $2 million right there. So now you want to start a rehab business. Okay, let's look at starting a rehab business, and we're going to have to find money elsewhere. Why don't you, maybe look at getting some private lenders or borrowing some money from a lender? Or if a person signs over the property to you, you don't need no money. So I'm gonna teach you some stuff, man. I'm gonna teach you stuff that I've been doing, and it's gonna give you a whole perspective on real estate. So I'm just trying to get a few more things from you. Are you married by chance?
I am married.
Okay, all right, excellent. And how old are you, my friend?
I'm 32.
You're still a young man. Still a young man. Yeah. All right. And one more thing here. How long have you been in the United States?
I'm 14. I came to the States at 14.
Okay, so you've been here 18 years, roughly.
Yes.
Okay, yes. Very good. From Haiti. Now, do you ever see yourself going back to Haiti and doing some projects there, maybe?
Yes. If I have the funds for it, I would love to do that.
All right. See, I'm a type of guy that, man, hey, I don't know how well you will do because I can't guarantee you that. But, man, a lot of things can happen. One of my top students, I always tell everybody, if people are listening to me right now, you done heard the story. You already know what Terry going to say. I had a student make $1.2 million, man, in 1 hour.
Yeah, I know.
Come on.
Terry, is it still in it now? Like, is it still doing it?
Oh, you know what? Now, this guy was already a millionaire. He was already dealing in commercial property.
Oh, okay.
And now, if you listen to the audio, I'm going to send it to you. Okay, listen to it again. But he helped his son do a remodel project where they made lots of money. He has a business, man. His business that he has, this building that he bought the note on was 70,000 square feet on an acre of land. This is a big building. And so he moved all of his employees into this building that he bought the note on. He sold his previous commercial building, so he made a good chunk of change there, and he's got a nice business. And in the video and the audio, you're going to hear him say that he's now looking at churches, and what he's doing with churches is he's turning them into commercial kitchens, so people in the neighborhood could come in and cook and sell their food. So he's providing, a business for the neighborhood people and a place where people can come and eat, like a restaurant. So he's brilliant, man. He's one of these guys, man, that just all he needed was the one thing I had, and I gave it to him, and he took off. He was already successful. So, this kind of stuff I love, man. I love telling people, hey, look, my student made $1.2 million in 1 hour from what I taught him. Budsby, I'm not saying you're going to do that. I'm not saying you can't make more, though. See? I don't know. It's going to depend on you, man. But I know that I will be there to help you, because what I want to do is I want to tell people, hey, look, I got a student named Budsby. He was from Haiti. And Budsby done made this and that. He owns, all these units. He owns a couple of motels. He owns a marina. And he's really successful. He worked really hard. I gave him a few things, and voila. Did I tell you about my student named Budsby? He made a whole lot of money. Did I tell you my student made $1.2 million? Oh, I love telling people that, man.
Hey, Terry, I thought you was Haitian by your last name. Last name is French.
Last name is French, yes, sir.
I thought you was Haitian by your last name.
Oh, is that have a is Haitian? Is my last name?
Yes.
Oh, wow.
Yes.
So French
it's
and
French.
Okay, and French and Haiti. See, again, I'm not an expert. Are Haiti and France kind of like close, or?
No.
Okay.
Haiti was a French colony. was
Okay.
the first colony.
Wow.
So
Yeah.
we speak French.
See, I didn't know that. My students sometimes, man, teach me a lot. I didn't know that, but I knew because we have a famous relative who's a writer, and he has a museum in Louisiana. And so we went back there because my daughter wanted to go to Grambling University. And man, we went into Grambling, and the guy there says, "Hey, we're going to give you a discount because your last name. We have a museum here under his name." And I said, "Yeah, man." I said, "Hey, I told my daughter, say, look, man, we got some great stuff in our family. Y'all got to do y'all part. I done did my real estate. Now it's up to y'all." So, my friend, what I'm going to do, I'm going to go ahead and stop this conversation, but I appreciate you calling me. I'm honored. You could have called anybody, but you called me. I love what I'm doing. I love working with people. And man, I'm going to put up 2 videos this week. One from someone in Vietnam and one from somebody from Haiti. Man, I'm just excited, man. Oh man, I'm excited just because I got a global reach. I've taught a lot of people. Just having that global reach, man, and people are resonating with what I'm putting up there on YouTube. So let me stop this recording, and I'll be right with you so we can talk about the money. Hold on one second.